The meaning of jihad. Arab word jihad translated, it means spiritual struggle. And it is a struggle. It is a struggle of a man to be a better man. And this struggle of man inside of himself and within himself, it is called the greater jihad. And this greater jihad is the most important jihad there is. This jihad is search for knowledge, education. This jihad is honesty to yourself, to recognize your faults, your wrongdoings, and to be open to the truth. Not let your ego to block your mind and your heart from the truth. So you can improve, so you can grow in strength, in physical strength, in intellectual strength, in spiritual strength, to be a complete man. Then, after this process of building yourself up as a man, going through this greater jihad, and it is called greater because this is the big one, the most important one. Then and only then you can go to the lesser jihad. And this is interaction with the rest of the world. This is fighting the enemies of mankind, enemies of God, enemies of Islam. But if you go to the lesser jihad by skipping the greater jihad, then you cannot recognize who is the true enemy. Then you will fight, instead of fighting the enemy, you will fight for the enemy. And instead fighting for the God, you will fight against the God. And all this because of this skipping of the greater jihad. And today we can see that this practice of skipping the greater jihad and going into this lesser jihad without this rightful preparation is widely accepted and practiced, and the results are that the enemies, Zionists in the first hand, and their servants are manipulating with jihadists, so-called jihadists, which also should not be called real jihadists because they are not doing it the right way. They are not doing jihad the right way. So they are manipulating with people, with believers, and instead of fighting the real enemy, they are fighting their fights and they are helping them. And the situation in the whole Muslim world is a proof that the greater jihad is in the back court. It's not worked out as it should be, and the reason is because it's easier to point finger to other people, to see other people's faults instead of working on your own and correcting them. And by exploiting these men character flaw and pushing this lesser jihad as the most important one, the evil forces of this world are using people who are ignorant, who are lazy, who don't want to learn, who don't want to listen, who don't want to read, to search for knowledge, to build themselves up, which is a painful and long process. And it's easier to skip and push this all aside and to go into this easier path of lesser jihad. But it's a trap, it's a Shaitan's trap, it's a trap of the Zionists and their servants, and it is a thing that should be immediately changed and put into the right place, into the right perspective. And inshallah, it will be so. Thank you, and until next time.